Hello and welcome. Today we're looking at an organic chemistry problem where we're reacting an ester with a Grignard reagent, alkyl magnesium chloride. So if you start with this ester, we know that this is an ester because you have an alkyl group on this side, you have a carbonyl group here, and you have an alkoxy group on that side. And then react that with the Grignard reagent. Basically what happens with the Grignard is that you end up having a negatively charged nucleophile, cleave away the magnesium, and you actually have a minus charge on that carbon. So that is a nucleophile. What happens is the nucleophile adds to the carbonyl carbon, and at the same time the double bond flows to the oxygen to form a negative charge, and now you have an extra set of electron pairs there, and the nucleophile now has connected to that carbon, and this is called a tetrahedral intermediate. The last step in the reaction mechanism involves the electron pair coming back to form a double bond, so you call that the collapse of the tetrahedral intermediate, and then at the same time the alkoxy group leaves. And now you will see that you have a double bond between that carbon with that oxygen, while the bond electrons move to the alkoxy group, and you end up with that leaving as a negatively charged intermediate. So this is the product. Again, a quick review. We're looking at organic chemistry problem where we're reacting an ester, this one here, with a Grignard reagent, this one here, and the first step in the reaction mechanism involves the attack of the carbonyl group using the nucleophile from the Grignard reagent, which leads to the formation of the tetrahedral intermediate, and then the last step is the collapse of the tetrahedral intermediate to give you this ketone product. Now, if you use an excess amount of the Grignard reagent, or if you add another Grignard reagent, this ketone will react again with another Grignard reagent. In this case, I'll just call it alkyl magnesium halide, where the halide there can be chlorine, bromine, iodine, or even fluorine. And that will end up adding the second alkyl group. Remember, that's the first alkyl group that we just added. So you end up adding the second alkyl group. So now we're using that as the Grignard. You end up adding the second alkyl group there, and this becomes an alcohol. So basically what we get is this. I'm just rewriting it for clarity. So you end up with an alcohol, and then the first alkyl group, and the second alkyl group.